Judge chapter 5 The Song of Deborah. On the day Deborah and Barak son of Abinoam sang this song, Israel's leader took charge, and the people gladly followed. Praise the Lord. Listen, your king. Pay attention, you mighty ruler, for I will sing to the Lord. I will make music to the Lord, the God of Israel. Lord, when you set out from Seir and marched across the field of Edom, the earth trembled and the cloudy skies poured down rain. The mountain quaked in the presence of the Lord of the mountain Shiloh, in the presence of the Lord, the God of Israel, in the days of Shamgar, son of Anas, and in the day of Jair. People avoided the main road, and the travelers stayed on winding pathway. There were few people left in the village of Israel until Deborah arose as a mother for Israel. When Israel chose a new God, war erupted at the city gate. Yet not a shield or spear could be seen among 40,000 warriors in Israel. My heart is with the commander of Israel, with those who volunteered for war. Praise the Lord. Consider this, you who ride on fine donkeys, you who sit on fancy saddle blankets, and you who walk along the road. Listen to the village musician gather at the watering holes. They recount the righteous victory of the Lord and the victory of his villager in Israel. Then the people of the Lord marched down to the city gate. Wake up, Deborah, wake up, and sing a song. Arise, Barak, lead your captive away, son of Abinoam. Down from Tabor marched the few against the lobes. The people of the Lord marched down against the mighty warriors. They came down from Ephraim, a land that once belonged to the Amalekites. They follow you, Benjamin, with your troop. From Machir, the commander marched down from Zebulun. Come those who carry a commander's staff. The prince of Issachar were with Deborah and Barak. They followed Barak, rushing into the valley, but in the tribe of Reuben. There were great decisions. Why did you sit at home among the sheepfold, to hear the shepherd whistled for the flocks? Yet in the tribe of Reuben there were great indecision. Gilead remained east of the Jordan, and why did Dan stay home? Asher sat unmoved at the seashore, remained in his harbor, but Zebulun risked his life, as did Naphtali on the height of the battlefield. The king of Canaan came and fought at Tanach near Megiddo spring, but the carrier of no silver treasure, the star fought from heaven, the star in the orbit fought against Syria. The Kishon River swept them away, that ancient torrent. The Kishon marched on the courage my soul, then the horse hooves hammered the ground. The galloping, the serious mighty seat, let the people of Meroz be cursed, said the angel of the Lord, and let them be utterly cursed, because they did not come to help the Lord, to help the Lord against the mighty warrior. Most blessed among women is Jael, the wife of the Heber and the Kenite. May she be blessed above all women who lived in tent. Sisera asked for water, and she gave him milk in a bowl fit for nobles. He brought him yogurt. Then with her left hand she reached for a tent peg, and with his right hand for the workroom hammer. He struck Sisera with the hammer, crushing his head. With a shatting blow he pierced his temple. He sank. He felt his knee still at her feet, and where he sank, there he died. From the window, Sarah's mother looked out. Through the window she watched for his return, saying, "Why is his chariot so long in coming? Why don't we hear the sound of chariot wheel?" Her wise woman answered, and she repeated this word to herself. They must be dividing the capture plunder with a woman or two for every man. There will be colorful robe of Sisera and colorful embroidered robe for me, and the plunder will include colorful robe embroidered on both sides. Lord, may all of your enemies die like Sisera, but may those who love you rise like the sun in all its power. Then there were peace in the land for 40 years. Judge chapter 6. Gedion became Israel's judge. The Israelites did evil in the Lord's sight, so the Lord handed them over to the Midianites for 7 years. The Midianites were so cruel that the Israelites made hiding place for themselves in the mountains, caves, and strongholds. Whenever the Israelites planted their crops, marauders from Midian, the Amalek, and the people of the east would attack Israel, camping in the land and destroy crops as far away as Gaza. They left Israel with nothing to eat, taking all the sheep, goat, cattle, and donkey. This enemy hordes coming with their livestock and tent were as sick as locusts. They arrive on drove of camel, too numerous to count, and they stay until the land was stripped bare. So Israel was reduced to starvation by the Midianites. Then the Israel cried out to the Lord for help. When they cried out to the Lord because of Midian, the Lord sent a prophet to the Israelites, and he said, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, said. I brought you up out of slavery in Egypt. I rescued you from the Egyptian and from all who oppressed you. I drove out your enemy and gave you their land. I told you, I am the Lord your God. You must not worship the God of the Amorites, in whose land you now live. But you have not listened to me." Then the angel of the Lord came and sat beneath the great tree at Ephraim, which belongs to Josh of the clan of Abiezer. The golden son of Josh was threshing wheat at the bottom of the winepress to hide the grain from the Midianites. The angel of the Lord appeared to him and said, "Mighty hero, the Lord is with you." "Sir," Gedion replied, "if the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us? And where are all the miracles our ancestors told you about? Didn't they say, 'The Lord brought us up out of Egypt'? But now the Lord has abandoned us and handed us over to the Midianites." Then the Lord turned to him and said, "Go with the strength you have and rescue Israel from the Midianites I am sending you." "But Lord," Gedion replied, "how can I rescue Israel? My clan is a weakness in the whole tribe of the Manasseh, and I am the least in my entire family." The Lord said to him, "I will be with you, and you will destroy the Midianites if you are fighting against one man." Gedion replied, "If you are truly going to help me, show me a sign to prove that it is really the Lord speaking to me. Don't go away until I come back and bring my offering to you." He answered, "I will stay here until you return." Gedion hurried home. He cooking a young goat, and with a basket of flour he baked some bread without yeast, then carried the meat in the basket and then broth in the pot. He brought them out and presented them to the angel who was under the great tree. The angel of God said to him, "Place the meat and the unleavened bread on this rock, and pour the broth over it." Then Gedion did as he was told. Then the angel of the Lord touched the meat and the bread with the tip of the staff in his hand, and the fire flamed up from the rock and consumed all he had brought. And the angel of the Lord disappeared. When Gedion realized that it was the angel of the Lord, he cried out, "Oh, sovereign Lord, I am doomed. I have seen the angel of the Lord face to face." "It is all right," the Lord replied. "Do not be afraid. You will not die." And Gedion built an altar to the Lord that were named is Yahweh Shalom, which means the Lord is peace. The altar remained in the Ephraim in the land of the clan of Abiezer of this day. The light of the Lord said to Gedion, "Take the second bolt from your father's herd. The one is the 7 years old. Pull down your father's altar to Baal, and cut down the Asherah pole standing beside it. Then build an altar to the Lord your God here on this hilltop sanctuary, and lay the stone carefully. Sanctuary the bowl as a burnt offering on the altar. Use as a field the wood of the Asherah pole you cut down." So Gedion took 10 of his servants and did as the Lord had commanded. But he did it at night because he was afraid of the other member of his father's household and the people of the town. Early the next morning, as the people of the town began to stir, someone discovered that the altar of the Baal has been broken down and that the Asherah pole besides it has been cut down in their place. A new altar has been built, and on it where his remains of the Baal has been sacrificed. The people said to each other, "Who did this?" And after asking around and making a careful search, they learned that it was Gedion, the son of Josh. "Bring out your son," the man of the town demanded of Josh. He must die for destroying the altar of Baal and for cutting down the Asherah pole. But Joel shouted the mob that confirmed him, Why are you defending Baal? Why you argue his case? Whoever pleads his case will be put to death by morning. If Baal truly is God, let him defend himself and destroy the one who broken down his altar. From then on, Gedion was called Jerubbaal, which means let Baal defend himself, because he broken down Baal's altar. Gedion asked for a sign. Soon afterwards, the army of Midian, Amalek, and the people of the east formed a line against Israel and crossed the Jordan, camping in the valley of Jeriz. Then the Spirit of the Lord clothed Gedion with power. He blew a ram horn as his quarry to and the men of the clan of Israel came to him. He also sent messengers surround Manasseh, Asher, Zebulun, and Lebanon, summoned the warrior, and all the respond. Then Gedion said to the Lord, If you are truly going to use me to rescue Israel as your promise, prove it to me. In this way I will put a wolf flame on the threshing floor tonight. If the fleecing is wet with dew in the morning, but the ground is dry, then I will know that you are going to help me rescue Israel as your promise. And that is just what happened. When you get up early in the morning, he squeezed the fleece and rolled out the whole blood water. Then said, Please don't be angry with me, but let me make one more request. Let me use the fleece for one more test. This time let the fleece remain dry while the ground around it wet with dew. So that night God did as Lord asked. The rain dry in the morning, but the ground was covered with dew. Chapter 7. Gedion defeats the Midianites. So Jerubbaal, this is Gedion, his army get up early and went as far as the spring. Herod, the army of the Midian, were camped, the lords of them in the village here of Mori. The Lord said to Gedion, You have too many warriors with you. If I let all of you fight the Midian, the Israel will boast to me and that they save themselves by their own strength. Therefore, let's tell people, whoever is timid or afraid may leave this mountain and go home. So 22,000 of them went home, leaving only 10,000 who were willing to fight. But the Lord told Gedion, There are still too many. Bring them down to the spring, and I will test them to determine who will go with you and who will not. When Gedion took Israel down to the water and told them, Divide the men into the two groups. In one group, put all those who cup water in their hand and lap it with their tongues like dogs. In the other group, all those willing and drinking their mouths in the stream. Only 300 of men drank from the hand. All the others go down on their knees and drink with the mouth in the stream. The Lord told them, With these 300 men I will rescue you and give you victory over the Midians. Send all the others home. So they collect the provision, the rum, and the warrior, but he kept the 300 men with him. The Midian camp was in the valley just below Gedion. The Lord said, Get up, go down in the Midian camp, for I will give you victory over them. But if you are afraid to attack, go down to the camp with your servant Purah. Listen to what the Midian are saying, and you will be greatly encouraged. Then you will be eager to attack. So took her bear and went down to the eagles of Amrim. Amalek, the people of East had settled like their camel, was like a giant and too many to count. Gedion crept up just as a man was telling his promise about dreams. The man, I have a dream, and in my dream a loaf of berry come trembling down into the Midian camp. It hit a tent, turned it over, and locked it flat. His companion answered, Your dream come true. Only this one thing, God has given Gedion son of the Israel victory over, and all is alive. When Gedion heard the dream and its interpretation, he bowed his worship before the Lord. Then he turned to the Israel camp and shouted, Get up, for the Lord has given you victory over the Midian herd. He divided into 3 groups and gave each man a ram horn and a clay jar with a torch. Then he said to them, Keep your eyes on me. When I come to the edge of the camp, do just as I do. As soon as I and those with we blow your horn around and shout for the Lord and forgotten. It was just for midnight after claiming the garden when 100 men with his reached the edge of the Midian. Suddenly they blew the ram and broken their giants. Then all 3 groups blew and broken. They held the blazing torch in the left hand and the whole right hand. Then all shouted, A sword for the Lord and for Gedion. Each man stood in his position around the camp and watched as all the Midian rushed around in panic, shouting as they ran to escape. When the 300 Israel blew the ram, the Lord caused the warriors in the camp fight against each other with the sword. Those who were not killed fled to places as far away as Bethel, near the valley to the border, and near Tabor. Then he sent for the warrior of Lebanon, and who joined in chasing the army. Also sent messages around the hill country of Ephraim, said, Come down to attack the Midian, cut them off at the shadow crossing the Jordan River at the Bethel. So all the men of Israel did as they were told. They captured Oprah and Zeb and the 2 Midian commander, killing Arab at the rock of Abraham and Zim and Wab, and they continued to chase the Midians. Afterward, the Israel brought the head of Abraham and Zebra to Gedion, who was by the Jordan River. And then we will go to the chapter 8. So those three chapters is talking about the judge story, Deborah, and Golden. Golden is a more detailed story, so that is still is showing God's power to give the Israel people who believe and faith on God. So that is today's Bible learning. Hope everybody like it. God bless you, everyone. Let's see you tomorrow.